Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back to share with you guys the things I've been loving throughout the month of July. I'm so glad that July is almost over. I love summer, but I have to say these last couple of weeks, we've been in the triple digits quite a bit. Today we hit the triple digits again, and I am ready for cooler temperatures. And August sounds a whole lot better than July to me, so cannot wait for fall. I know some of you guys are in winter. I've got to say I'm a little bit jealous. I'm sure you don't feel that way, but we're not here to talk about the weather. Let's get into the things I've been loving throughout this month. I've got some new products here. I've got a repeat item in here, and I've got a couple things that are kind of not newer, but like rediscoveries for me in my collection. So I hope that you guys are excited about this one. Any of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I hope that you'll stick around, stay a while, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and let's go ahead and get into it. So I want to kick things off with the repeat product. I did mention this last month, but I want to mention it again today because I have been using this and loving it all of July and all of June, and it is the Cover FX Perfector Face Palette. Again, you guys, this is such a great palette for me right now. First reason being that I think these colors just really work for my skin tone right now. This is just a great, perfect bronzer, I think, for anyone with like light to fair skin, perhaps medium skin. This might work as well. These highlighters look so beautiful on top of the cheeks. I love the formula of these. Love the blush in here. This whole palette just works really well for me. Another reason I love this, I have been traveling quite a bit this month, and I just mean like weekend traveling trips. And the reason I love this specific palette, say compared to some of my other face palettes like the Smashbox palette, I love that palette as well, the Cali Contour palette. But the main reason I would choose this one over that one is the fact that this has a wonderful mirror inside of it, and it stays put. This is like one of those mirrors that you can pivot around and it doesn't just fall down. I love that when you're traveling because you can just set this on any surface. You can angle the mirror just where you want it and it just stays right there. So you can do all of your makeup with the mirror, and you can do all of your makeup mainly with this palette, other than of course a foundation and a concealer, primer if you use a primer, but you can get a full makeup look out of this palette. It's just a really good all-purpose palette. I will say I think the price tag on this is a little bit expensive. It's Cover FX. I expect it to be a little expensive. But if this was the only one in my collection, I would go repurchase this, especially if you travel a lot. I just think having that feature on the mirror is super invaluable. It's the perfect size mirror for your whole face. It's just a great palette. I really, really love this. So I want to move on to another blush. When I'm not wearing the blush in the Cover FX palette, another couple blushes that I've just been loving and reaching for again, I know I've been talking about these a lot lately, are the Essence Satin Touch blushes. This one that I'm wearing today is the Satin Coral. Love this color. It's the perfect kind of peachy color. The formula of these are what I love so much. They are like 80% matte, 20% that sort of satin finish. They just have such a beautiful finish and formula, just the right amount of pigmentation, exactly how I like my blushes to be pigmented. Not too intense and over the top to where you have to be super careful, but they definitely still give you quite a bit of color. You don't have to build them up a whole lot. I just really love these. If you're okay with the fact that this packaging is not going to last forever, I think the formula inside here is worth way more than the $3 that you pay for it. So if you haven't checked these out yet, if you needed one more push, I'm telling you guys, these are beautiful, beautiful blushes. Moving on to an eyeshadow palette. This one I pulled into my Shop My Stash this month, and I took it on vacation a week ago when we went out of town for a family reunion. Used this pretty much, it was the only palette that I took with me, and I used it constantly and absolutely fell in love with it. And it is the Soft Glam palette. I know that everyone and their grandma here on YouTube has talked about this palette, has been raving about it forever. I would imagine there are probably a lot of you out there that also have this palette. I've had it for a while. I've probably had this for almost a year, and I've used it on and off a lot and always really liked it, but I've never really like fallen in love with it. And I think it's partly because I just haven't used it consistently enough. But this has pretty much been the only palette that I've used over the last 7 days, and I love it. It's just so great. I want to mention one experience that was kind of the cherry on top with this palette. We actually, at the family reunion we went to, one of the days we were there, we went cliff jumping at a reservoir, and I had some waterproof mascara, which I'm going to talk about in a minute on, and I had this eyeshadow on specifically. I think I had like this shimmery kind of gold and then this bronzy kind of gold right here on my lids. I jumped in the water like 3 or 4 times. I mean, all the way under the water. I got wet. I am sure that I probably rubbed my eyes a little bit. When I got home, that eyeshadow was still on my eyelids. That is crazy to me. I've never noticed that with her eyeshadows before. I mean, I've never tested that. Like, I don't test that my eyeshadows are waterproof very often, but I thought that was worth mentioning. That just tells me that the formula of these are really nice. If you're looking for eyeshadows that last all day, if you have trouble with that, and you haven't tried Anastasia's formula, I think that's just one more thing in her favor. Her formula is really easy to work with. I've always enjoyed it, but I was very surprised by that, and I thought it was worth mentioning. But the color story of this palette is just beautiful. If you like neutrals, if you like relatively warm neutrals that aren't overly warm, I think you would absolutely love these. Beautiful palette. Highly recommend this. I think you can get any level of intensity with this. If you like to be subtle, you can definitely be subtle with it. I know a lot of you have mentioned doing a 7 looks video with this palette. Vote down below if you would like to see me do that. I know some of you are still waiting for that friendcation one. I have filmed that video and I've started editing it. I'm determined to get that finished now that things are kind of starting to slow down a little bit. That will be coming, but let me know if you guys want to see this one as well. Now when it comes to eyeshadow, one more thing I've been loving this month. I'm actually wearing this on my eyes today. This is mostly soft glam palette on my eyes today, but right here on my inner corner, that little bit of intense shine that you see going on is this thing right here. This is the J-Cat Beauty Prismetal Eyeshadow Pot in the color Chrome Galaxy. I think I got these per Kathleen Light's recommendation. These are so stunning. I want to swatch this for you guys really quickly. These type of products I feel like are all the rage right now. There are so many companies that have come out with similar things like this. Natasha Denona has something similar. I know Hourglass has something similar. This is what this kind of reminds me of. It's kind of like I'd almost call it an eyeshadow topper. It has a little bit of sheerness to it to where if you wanted to put this on top of another color, you could do that. But it does have some pigment as well. This color especially is just one of those like perfect inner corner, inner lid type of shades. It looks beautiful on top of anything, and I think these are pretty affordable. I want to say these are around $5. Moving on to that mascara that I mentioned, it's this guy right here. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Feline Waterproof Mascara. This is a great waterproof mascara. It works really well when I legitimately need a waterproof mascara, like when I'm going to be at the pool, at the beach, at the lake. This mascara really does hold up really well. It doesn't flake or smudge on me. It also makes my lashes very intense. I will say when you first get this mascara, when I first opened it, I thought it was a little bit too wet. So if you need this to work and you need it to work quickly, I would probably, when you get it, leave it kind of cracked open like this for, I don't know, maybe 7 days and see if that helps to dry it out just a little bit. Because this is one of those mascaras that works best after it's sat for a minute and kind of gotten a little bit more thickness to it. It works a lot better. But if you need a good waterproof mascara to get you through the end of the summer, highly recommend this one. I have another concealer. I know I've been talking about concealers so much lately, but I have another one that I've really grown to love, and it's this guy right here. This is the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. I got this back during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and it was a little bit too dark for me when I first got it. But now that I have a little bit of a tan going on, the color match of this is perfect for me, and the formula is fantastic. This concealer is right up there with some of my other favorites, including the Catrice one, if you thought that one was too fragrant. If you thought the e.l.f. one didn't work for you, if that one happened to break you out, it did sort of break me out, although I still love that concealer. Try this one. It has such a good formula. It's not drying. It's the perfect thickness. It has plenty of coverage. This definitely is a full coverage concealer, but it's not a heavy full coverage concealer. Don't mind spending just a little bit more. I believe this one is $9 from Ulta. This is one I actually am looking to pick up a couple more shades of. I know I really love a concealer when I want to have it in more than one shade, and this is definitely one of those concealers for me. So I have an eyebrow product to mention for you guys this month, and it is the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. I've mentioned this in a few videos this month. I think this has been discontinued. I couldn't find it on Ulta's website. I haven't found this in my Walmart, but you can sometimes find this at Marshall's. That's where I found this one. This is a great product. If you like those kind of newer Instagram brows, which are not like the chiseled brows, but are more kind of the brow where you have like your brow hair standing straight up and locked in place, this product will do that for you. I do not claim to have the best brow technique in the world. Brows are one of those things I usually just don't have the time or energy to really spend on perfecting my eyebrow, as much as I love a good brow. But this does a really good job of actually holding my brows upright. I put this on this morning and I still have a little bit of texture. They're still kind of staying in place, and I've been out and about today, you guys, in 100-degree heat. I've had wind, I've had sunglasses on and off my head. If this is holding up through what I've gone through today, it's a good product. I know I've been talking to one of you in the comment section in my last couple videos about this product. I definitely agree. This is a great brow product from the drugstore. I think I mentioned in that comment that this reminds me a little bit of the Essence Make Me Brow, but this holds my brows in place better than the Essence Make Me Brow does. That's a much softer hold of a brow product for me. But I would love to know if any of you have tried any of Maybelline's newer brow products. Maybe they have something similar in formula to this that's maybe a new packaging or with a new brush. Let me know. If you guys have any recommendations for Maybelline, send them my way. I have one lip product to share with you guys today. I'm wearing it today underneath a gloss that I'm wearing, and it is the Persona liquid lipstick in the color Flamingo. I mainly am mentioning this for the formula. I do like this color. I think it's a really pretty pink for summertime. It's a good, like, almost Barbie pink, but not quite as intense as a Barbie pink. This is a great color, but the formula of these, if you are someone that likes the idea of a liquid lipstick, but most of the liquid lipsticks that you try are just too drying, they emphasize your cracked, dry, older lips perhaps, I would give this one a try, because this is one of the very few liquid lipstick formulas that when I put it on, I don't think to myself within 5 minutes, man, my lips are looking old. Most liquid lipsticks, I generally think that after 5 or 10 minutes, I think from up close, my lips just look really lined and old. Like, they really emphasize the lines in my lips. And this one doesn't do that. This one maintains the look of like a traditional kind of matte lipstick, but it lasts, it dries down. This is probably one of the best liquid lipstick formulas I've ever tried. If you're someone that's very particular with your liquid lipsticks, if you're over the age of 35 or 40, I would definitely recommend trying this one out, because I think the formula of this is definitely better than most of the other liquid lipsticks in my collection. I have one more sort of makeup product that I want to mention. I hesitated putting this in my favorites video because I've talked about this recently, and I do have a minor annoyance with this product. But I have to be honest, I've been using this a lot and I really do think it's a great product. And it's this right here. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Shake and Glow Dew Mist. I think this product is overpriced. I'm going to say that first. I mentioned this. I feel like I mentioned this quite extensively in one of my last videos. This is $14 for 3 ounces. I think that's pretty darn steep, L'Oreal. But the product is beautiful. It works really well. It gives you the perfect amount of glow. It smells amazing, and the mister of this bottle is one of the best misters I've tried. It's a great setting spray. I wish it wasn't so expensive. I feel like a setting spray of this price in this amount should be sold at Ulta or Sephora. I'm just gonna say that. But I can't deny that I've been loving this. I think it's a great product. And the only thing that I think tips this in its favor is the fact that once this is all gone, I can find a more affordable setting spray, put it inside this bottle, and still reuse this amazing mister. That makes me feel a little bit better about the price tag of this. But if you're looking for a good setting spray, if you don't mind spending a little bit more at the drugstore, I would recommend this. I think it's a great hydrating, subtly glowy setting spray. I've got to hand it to you, L'Oreal, but man, I don't know, L'Oreal. I feel like you're getting a little bit too big for your britches. I do have one more product to share with you guys, and it is a skincare product, and it's this thing right here. This is the Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow. This is a AHA Resurfacing Night Serum. I got this in BoxyCharm several months back, and I have been really loving what this does for my skin. This is a really good AHA for me. So I have also tried out, and I'm just about out of my Drunk Elephant, what's that one? The pink lid. The Drunk Elephant glycolic acid one with the pink lid that everyone seems to love and talk about. I really do like that one, but I actually like this one better. I think it's a little bit stronger for my skin. I think it's a little bit more intense. I think it does a little bit more intense of a job. About 30 minutes after I put this on, I have this almost like red flush to my skin, but like a really nice red. It's not the kind of red that makes me think something's irritated or wrong. It's like that perfect kind of red, like you feel like it's working. And the morning after I use this, I just feel like my skin looks radiant. I feel like it has a nice glow to it. I think the fact that my skin feels a little bit, I hate to say the word tighter, because it's not like this is like taking my wrinkles away or anything dramatic like that, but it does kind of give me this like plumpness and tightness and a little bit of a glow. So I love what this is doing for my skin. It is a little bit pricey. It's not as pricey as the Drunk Elephant one. I think if you were looking between this one and the Drunk Elephant one, I like this one better. I don't usually love recommending high-end skincare items because generally I think that you can find good skincare for a more affordable price, but I cannot deny that I've been using this, I've been loving it, and I've really been noticing a difference in like the texture and the tone of my skin. So it's good. Alright you guys, and with that, that brings us to the end of my July favorite products. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what things you guys have really been loving throughout the month of July. I always love hearing from you guys, but especially in these videos, I love hearing what products you guys are loving and reaching for and using at the moment. So be sure to leave me a comment down below. For any of you that have not yet subscribed, I hope that you will click the red subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell, and that is all I have for you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your July and a wonderful start to your August, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye. So it's 4:30 in the afternoon. We just got back from school shopping an hour ago. I took all 4 of my kids school shopping by myself today. So if I look a little frazzled or haggard, that's probably the reason why. I'm kidding, it wasn't that bad, but there were a couple moments. Usually when you're in public, you try to be like your most patient, most kind, most calm version of your parenting self. But we all have those moments where we just can't rein it in. Yeah, we had a couple of those today. My 9-year-old son picked out a 10-pack of socks because they came with headphones. Oh, and on the way home he was like, wow, these sound amazing. I'm pretty sure they probably don't sound very amazing. All right, Charlie, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Did we have a crazy day shopping? Did you go shopping?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Was it fun?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Is she cute?
No.
Yeah, she is. She's definitely cute. Is this her thing lately? Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
Everything. You're funny. Ew! What was that? Did you spit? No? Say bye, friends.
Bye, friends.